What's going on, everybody? I wanted to bring on a very special client. He's been here for a month or two now, and honestly, love the guy. Even once you hear that East Coast accent, geez, it is a melt on the phone, and it's been showing to clearly work. He's obviously his work ethic. He's been able to implement our scripts, our processes fairly quick, and it's shown in his results. He's done a decent amount of production. Without further ado, Paul Danielle, man, I'm really excited to have you on and get a better understanding of your experience. Give everybody the raw, give them the good, the bad, the ugly. I don't want it to just keep yourself honest here. No need to blemish or try to sell it. I want everybody to understand what they would get into and have good expectations when they are watching this to move forward into the syndicate itself. So first and foremost, give us a little background history. Who were you before, jumping into life insurance, and then why did you get into life insurance, and then maybe before you joined us?
Okay, I always had a finance background. I was an analyst on Wall Street. I was in mortgage processing. I managed tax offices. I've done a lot in the financial money realm. Definitely always kept my life insurance license active because, I studied for it, got it, might as well keep it, right?
Yeah.
After the mortgage crashing of last year, or when rates started to climb through the roof, needed to kind of reinvent myself. Wanted to get into something where I could help people, protect people, always be, I always had liked to deal with people and deal with their financial situations. So was able to always had my life insurance license, got non-resident licensed in about 32 or 33 states, and found a couple of programs before you that kind of overpromised and way underdelivered. They told you you'd be getting, you'll be selling, bunch of policies a day, you'll be getting this many calls a day. But I don't want to cold call or go through the phone book and just keep dialing all day. I'm way past that.
Mm-hmm.
Stumbled upon your company in one of my searches. And from the first time I spoke with one of your account executives, great conversation. They were real. They were honest. They told you, look, the people aren't going to be falling into your door. But
Yeah.
the quality of the people you're talking to, they know why they're speaking to you. They know what they're getting. They know what they're going to be asked. And then it's my job to take it from there. And it's not like they're, calling for a warranty on their car and they just get, dumped into your line. They know they're talking about life insurance. They know they're going to be answering medical questions. They know they're going to be giving personal information out. They're not talking about, if they could get tires on their car or not, or a new Costco membership.
And just maybe to speak on that. Look, it isn't going to be policies every day. It's not always sunshine and rainbows. It's if I could make sure everybody had an amazing day every day, I would be filthy rich. I think the person that does figure that out will be filthy rich. But inevitably, sales are going to have ups and downs, and with any live system, there's going to be fluctuations. There's going to be things that we can't control. There might be days where systems are down, volume's low. It's just always going to happen. But I think we try to at least keep one thing consistent, and is how we generate our leads, what we say to these leads, and the messaging that comes across. And that plays a key role, I think, in the consistency of over time. Yeah, there's always going to be fluctuations with the numbers on the day, but if we keep it the exact same over time, we can adjust and make the proper adjustments. But if we're always constantly changing our marketing, doing a bunch of surveys on auto warranty and calling on people for no random reason, I find we cause inconsistency in that. So we try to remain consistent in the way that we generate the lead, the way that we have the conversation with the lead, and then the way the agent handles that. And I think that will win over time than anything else or any new shiny object that might come their way. Maybe you could speak to just really what has been the biggest shift for you. I'm sure you had processes in place before. I know this process is different. What was the catalyst for you to actually have success within the program? Because I would love for everybody to just walk in and do $10,000, $15,000 weeks, but it's not just it's not possible, right? What do you think was the catalyst for you when coming into the new process, coming into the new script that's really been able to help you excel?
I think it's for your company. I would think it's definitely a combination. It's definitely the quality of the prospects speaking to, and the agents, the fronters that are passing them along. They're clear, they're concise, they're very extremely friendly, and the prospects are getting a very warm handoff, a very warm transfer. So it's that the script is great. The script delves through a lot of different sections, their employment status, if they are, their health, their budget, their family. They make it real. They don't say if you pass away, they say when you die. Basically, they're putting it real, like you're gonna die. You are gonna die. Do you want your family to have to resort to a GoFundMe online, or are you gonna protect them? And it's the trainings. There's trainings two times a week at least, and there's always somebody available to answer a question, or if you have an issue with somebody that, I need another spin on this, or could you advise me how to do this? There's always someone there to answer your questions. So it's not one thing, it's really everything that puts the people that are your life insurance agents at ease. And really, you've come up with a really good pie to make them successful. Now, whether they want to use it or not, it's up to them, but it's there. Everything is there. And the trainings are great.
And what I've gathered is it's the process. I just want to pat you on the back, because not a lot of people come in. They're like, a lot of people actually do come in and they're saying, hey, I already got a way of doing this. I already know how I've done this. Just give me the calls. I've been doing this for years. Oh, I've done telesales for time. But we've really crafted that script to encompass the entire customer journey in which that prospect is going to come through. And also dive into it on an emotional change rather than a logical shift, because a lot of people have been trained to just like take the order and just like brush, or like just here, you need this, blah, 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 fill out the application. We're just going to get you approved. Instead of diving in on an emotional level, which typically turns into chargebacks. So we really want to make sure that person understands on an emotional level what's happening and why they need it. Not a logical, level, because sustained changes dealt with on an emotional level, not logical. So we want to make sure that they understand on an emotional belief why they need that policy. So we really tried to, one, encompass the messaging that the prospect's going to go through, but also ensure that when you are going through it, you're taking the time in that beginning to get down deep on that emotional belief. And what is it that who are they going to be worried about financially when they pass away? Do they even really know how it works? Right? Because a lot of people, they just expect a lead to know exactly what they want as if they're walking into McDonald's, which is never the case. Right? To speak to just maybe if anybody that you feel would benefit from this program, and who would you not suggest take this program?
I would suggest anybody to take the program that's a serious agent, that this is your business. You're going to treat it like your business. You're past the cold calling stage, and you want to just speak with real people. You want your company to do the prospecting, do the transfers, do the warm setup, and now it's your job to help them and close them. And when you protect them, you get paid. And that's who I would recommend people that are serious. I definitely wouldn't recommend people that want to sell life insurance 2 hours a day.
Yeah.
And, I treat this as, my only full-time job. I'm here at 9 o'clock at my desk. I take my hour for lunch. But I'm done at 6:30 at night. And a lot of times later, because we have those trainings after hours that I'm definitely not missing. I am definitely not missing those. Even last night, you stayed on the call an extra 20, 30 minutes. Everybody was I had a question. Everybody was bouncing ideas off of each other.
Yeah, and that's the best part. And unfortunately, sometimes you're like, trying to drag it out of some people because everybody's like, I'm done for the day. But once we get those dialects going, those are actually the gaming difference. It's a lot of times we try to structure out a training, we do a training, but then it's the conversations that we have at the end of the training. We're just shooting questions and everybody's putting in their feedback. And I think everybody grows because everybody learns differently and everybody's going to take things from people in a different way. So it's good to have a collective ecosystem, that conversation, and everybody has their point of views and brought to the table. Obviously, let's have a process, but everybody tries different little things on their calls, and if it works, they report back, which is awesome.
Right.
So let's maybe speak to the average result you're seeing right now. I think you did in 1.5 weeks or week and a half, you did 20,000 in AP, with a lot more growth, I think, to go. I think there's you're just getting to that predictable stage, which is awesome. but there's a lot more to grow, right? I just want to thank you and pat you on the back because you've taken the trainings, you've showed up to the trainings, you if I listen to your calls, they tend to sound the exact same, and that's awesome. When I see the person that's doing the best in our program, typically if I listen to the calls, they sound the exact same. The only thing that's different is the prospect's answers, and it's a process. Here's the process to take them through, and it's never going to change. And they can adjust that far better than somebody trying new things, new pitches every single call, and it sounds different every single one. If I listen to your calls, they sound the exact same, which tells me we are going to be crushing it. You're going to be killing the leaderboards here soon, and I'm excited to see you get there and excited to build a lasting partnership with you like many others we've done in the past. So, my man, I'm really thankful for you joining us today and joining me today. Any piece of advice that you would give an agent that is maybe just signed up or thinking about signing up, we'll leave them with your last hurrah.
Follow the process and take it seriously. Don't do 2 hours a day. Don't pause yourself for 6 hours a day. Take it seriously. It works. The process works. You got to put in your time.
Yeah. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. We'll get you back on the phones because you got to finish some deals, get that person back on the line, close that follow-up you just got off of.
Absolutely.
But awesome. We'll talk to you soon, sir.